Hey YouTube, this is Kerry scrapping for a dart. I just wanted to do a little video here for you to show you how you can make more money by separating all your different types of wire and what you need to do to process your wire to make more. These are my findings and this is my opinion. Everybody's scrapyard is going to be different, but according to my scrapyard, there's some things that I need to do if I want to make more money. So I'm going to show you what I do for my wiring. So basically, there's all kinds of examples here of wiring. All different types of sizes, different plug-ins, and this is just your basic plugs. I'd cut those off and throw them in with my dirty brass. Some wiring has transformers attached, like this one does. You're going to want to cut that off, and then cut off the end. Very important, always check your ends. Some ends, you know, you guys probably know, some of you might not know, but there is gold plated pins in some of the connectors. So if there is, my yard pays me $1 a pound for the gold connectors, so I cut those off and I throw them in this bin here. Okay, that's my gold connectors. This here is dirty brass. That's just male and female plugs that are not gold. I might as well show you. This is just my wire that's processed. All the plugs are cut off. And then there's a bin there that has transformers in it. Okay, that's how I separate my wiring. So I'll go through a lot more examples here. Here's another larger transformer. You want to unplug the one end, cut off, of course, the dirty brass. And then on some wiring you got to be careful because if you use your magnet, there's ferrite encased in the plastic on the wiring itself. So you want to, here's some examples, you want to cut these off because at my yard at least they give you a lesser price if you keep the metal attached to the wire. So you want to cut these off and just throw these in with your steel. Okay, so there's that example. And then here's a transformer that's processed, and these are about a pound a piece, I believe. And I've got a lot of these. Scrapyards will pay different prices for these. I think mine only pays like 9 cents a pound for these. So, I mean, if I wanted to, I could open that up with a hammer and pull out the transformer itself. Then that would get me about, I don't know, 14, 15 cents a pound. Is it worth my time? I don't know. I've got a lot of these. I'll make that decision later. So that goes in that bin. Here's another example. Computer cords. These are a little heavier. They got some metal in them, but they'll still buy them for $1 a pound. You just cut it off because it's got the gold pins. Again, another example. There's all kinds of connectors. These have gold pins in them. You want to cut those off and just throw the wire in with your wiring. Another example, just a different type of plug. All kinds of this stuff out there. Ribbon wire. This has gold pins in it. You want to cut those off and separate it. Also at my yard, they'll take all my wiring mixed. They don't care. I don't have to separate ribbon wire from any other cords as long as the connectors are cut off. I can mix all this together. He said even though they give different prices, in the end they throw it all in the same bin. So if you don't have a lot of one, if you just have a good healthy mix, they'll just give you the buck a pound. So check with your yards. Here's some other ribbon wire. Same thing, gold pins. Just another cord. You know, basic end. This one, it's got some thicker copper in it. I don't know if you can see it very well, but inside this insulation there's 3 more strands that are all insulated as well. It's up to you if you want to strip some of this stuff. I'm not going to tell you that it's, you know, worth your time. You have to determine that yourself. Some of this stuff like this I will strip. Another cord, that's a funky end, but again, that one's not gold, so that just goes in with my dirty brass. Phone connectors, I get a lot of this phone line. They have gold pins in the end, so cut those off. Again, some of this is new, same thing, gold pins. Sometimes, this one's not, but sometimes even these type of connectors have gold on them, but a lot of times they don't, so you gotta look again. Okay. Television, you know, inside televisions when you're scrapping them, sometimes the wire is aluminum. This one is aluminum. And this other one, they're stuck together, but this one's copper. So this type of wire I always strip. The aluminum I do too. There's not much money in aluminum wire. I mean, strip when you know, start comparing the weights and stuff like that, but it's up to you again. Romex wiring, I always strip Romex, okay? It can be a pain, but there's always a, you know, not always I guess, but sometimes there's like a bare piece already. And then like in this one's case, this is a smaller gauge, but I'll have to go through and strip these individually. But that gives you a nice piece of wire like that. And in turn, that stuff adds up. Because, if I can grab it here for the video, you end up with this. Okay? Let's weigh it, see how much it's worth. So I can go from $1 a pound if unstripped to $3 or over $3. I think it's a little over $3 right now. So that ball is 4 pounds 4 ounces. So that's over, let's see, what was I saying, that's about $12, $13 for this bile here. Okay, otherwise it would have only been worth $4. So you definitely want to strip your Romex. And again, just a few more examples. All these pins or connector ends have gold plating in them. Again, there's all different types, sizes. And then these examples up here do not have gold in them. These little tiny wires sometimes inside computers will have gold. You just have to look. If it's silver tinted, it's not the gold one. Normally these types are like for the speakers and stuff. Again, phone jacks always have gold in them. This computer mouse here, this one's USB, so that will have gold in it. Another example, this computer mouse here has an older style hand on it. This does not have gold in it. Okay, so you got to check all this stuff. Same thing with keyboards. This keyboard's an older style. This connector does not have gold. This computer keyboard, newer USB, does have gold. Okay, so always check your ends. And basically that's about it. Again, that's how I process my wiring. If I didn't cut this stuff out or cut off the ends, I get 50 cents a pound. If I cut everything off and it's this regular cord, I get $1 a pound. So, and I guess there's a couple more examples I missed. This sucker is really thick. The diameter, it's almost a nickel size diameter. This is aluminum wire. I went ahead and cut away some of the coating there to show you. This I'll definitely strip because it's large gauge wire. And in this case with this one, these are from like appliances. This one here, I would go ahead and take the brass out of that end because it's fairly heavy. And I will cut all this open, and this type of wire is a thick gauge, good copper there. So I will take the time to strip this wire. And that's about it. Here's kind of my copper hoard that's been going on here. Some other Romex, and then there's Bear Brite in here, and a couple of heat sinks. Here's a nice hoard of some nice copper heat sinks that I've separated. But anyway, this stuff really can add up. So, you know, I've got a lot of wiring to go through, but it's definitely worth the time to cut everything apart, and you'll make more money. So I hope you guys got some good information out of this video. Please like and subscribe. Take care.